Some of the first founding fathers of developmental psychology, like Erik Erikson and Carl Rogers, revolutionized the field of psychology. Crafting their own school of thought, they came up with their own unique ways of how the developmental stages of humans impacts their psyche. Erikson came up with his own theory of psychosocial development, compared to Rogers' school of thought, but both complement each other in a way, as far as the INFJ Sigma is concerned. Erikson models how individuals face various crises at different phases of their lives, from the first year of a person's life to their early adulthood. Focusing strictly into how these stages of Erikson's theory of psychosocial development may impact an INFJ Sigma male, and how these factors may build their unique psychology and mindset as unique minds. By the time they reach early adulthood, you will find that they defy the conventional categorizations set by Erikson. In his theory, compared to the other personalities and archetypes this theory is really modeled for, not because the INFJ Sigma is better than the others, but simply of their unique way of mental processing. Rogers' theory, with its focus on self-actualization and the humanistic perspective, offers a fascinating lens through which we can explore how the INFJ Sigma male navigates the terrain of personal growth, seeking an authentic self amidst a world that often demands conformity. Let's delve into this enthralling exploration, unlocking the secrets of the INFJ Sigma's metamorphosis within Erikson's theory, and how they reach self-actualization through Rogers' transformative framework, giving an insight on their unique psychology. But before we do this, let's get a better understanding of what human development is. Human development refers to the ongoing process of physical, cognitive, emotional, and social changes that occur throughout an individual's lifespan. It encompasses the growth and maturation from infancy to old age, shaping a person's abilities, personality, and interactions with the environment. This multidimensional and dynamic process is influenced by genetics, environment, and experiences, impacting the individual's overall well-being and life outcomes. In the first stage, infancy, the INFJ Sigma male experiences the critical conflict of trust versus mistrust. With their highly empathetic nature, if they were to be born or placed under the care of a narcissist parent, for example, they will be extra guarded and alert, because at this stage, this is where they will seek the strongest emotional connections with their caregivers. And if that emotional support is not there due to their caregiver's emotional unavailability, the support and understanding they may receive lay the foundation for their future relationships and trust in others. Early positive experiences cultivate a sense of security, leading them towards emotional maturity in later stages. As the INFJ Sigma male enters toddlerhood, which is the end of the first year through the second year, they encounter the challenge of autonomy versus shame and doubt. Their independent streak starts to emerge when they get the awareness that they have to rely on themselves for emotional comfort, and they begin to explore the world around them with caution and curiosity. Encouraging their self-expression and respecting their boundaries will foster a strong sense of autonomy. However, if their autonomy is stifled, they may develop feelings of shame and doubt in their abilities. By the end of the third year through the sixth year, entering the school-age years, the INFJ Sigma male confronts the psychosocial conflict of industry versus inferiority, meaning their innate curiosity and introspection fuel a thirst for knowledge and a desire to excel in various pursuits. Positive feedback and encouragement from parents, teachers, and peers reinforce their sense of industry. Conversely, lack of recognition may lead to feelings of inferiority and self-doubt, making the Sigma male start to be more inward, not as social, and begin to show slight signs of the INFJ personality type. As adolescence dawns, the INFJ Sigma male faces the crucial challenge of identity versus role confusion. Their introspective nature drives them to seek a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. They may explore different paths and embrace their nonconformist tendencies. From the perspective of conflict theory, this stage is where the INFJ Sigma male develops the obsessional characteristic style. where they find themselves to be involved in conflict between obedience and defiance. However, the sooner they overcome this, the better, because achieving a cohesive identity empowers them to forge meaningful connections with the genuine people they do come across and pursue their life purpose. In early adulthood, the INFJ Sigma Male navigates the stage of intimacy versus isolation. Their deep emotional insight and empathy contribute to profound and meaningful relationships. However, their need for independence might lead to a fear of vulnerability and potential isolation. Balancing the desire for deep connections with the need for personal space becomes paramount. This is where Carl Rogers' theory of development comes in. It is essential to clarify that the speed at which an individual reaches self-actualization, as described in Carl Rogers' humanistic personality development theory, is highly individualized and dependent on various factors. While the INFJ Sigma Male possesses specific traits that may contribute to their self-actualization journey, it is crucial to avoid generalizations and acknowledge that personal growth timelines vary among individuals. That said, certain aspects of the INFJ Sigma Male's personality may facilitate a potentially quicker path to self-actualization. Self-reflection and introspection. INFJ Sigma males are often highly introspective, constantly exploring their emotions and thoughts. This self-awareness aids them in identifying their true desires and values, accelerating their progress toward self-actualization. Empathy and understanding. Their empathetic nature allows them to understand others' perspectives deeply. By fostering meaningful connections and nurturing relationships, they gain valuable insights into their own desires and aspirations. Nonconformity and authenticity. INFJ Sigma males value authenticity and resist conforming to societal norms that may hinder their personal growth. Embracing their unique identity enables them to focus on personal development more effectively. Personal growth as a priority. INFJ Sigma males often prioritize personal growth and self-improvement. Their curiosity and thirst for knowledge drive them to seek new experiences and challenges, leading to a faster rate of self-discovery and actualization. Resilience and adaptability. In their pursuit of self-actualization, INFJ Sigma males may face various challenges and obstacles. Their resilience and adaptability allow them to navigate through difficult situations with greater ease. Despite these potential advantages, the self-actualization journey remains a complex and individual process. Other personality types also possess unique strengths and perspectives that contribute to their personal growth at their own pace. It is essential to respect and acknowledge the diversity of individuals' experiences and self-development paths. Additionally, external factors, life circumstances, and personal motivation all play crucial roles in determining the speed at which one reaches self-actualization.